place where the old stone church stands not as a beacon of faith, but as a monument to fear. Its steeple pierces the sky, but its bell rings on its own, and no one, absolutely no one, dares to listen. This is the story of the bell that calls the dead. Imagine a place where midnight isn't just an hour, but a complete cessation of time itself. The clocks freeze, the wind holds its breath, and an unnatural stillness descends upon the land. But in this frozen moment, something ancient, something that has slumbered for centuries, begins to stir. And then it happens. A single resonant toll shatters the silence. It's a sound that doesn't just travel through the air, it seeps into your very bones. A cold dread that has nothing to do with the temperature. They say the bell's toll isn't merely sound. It's a summons, a call that echoes not in the world of the living, but in the shadowed realms beyond. It's a vibration that pulls at the threads of existence, a dark invitation whispered to those who have long since passed. With each ring, the veil between worlds grows thinner, and the village holds its breath, praying for a dawn that feels a lifetime away. In this forsaken place, faith is curdled into a palpable fear. The church, once a sanctuary for the devout, has become a predator. Its stone walls seem to breathe, its stained glass windows watch like 1,000 unblinking eyes. It's said the church feeds on the living, on their fear, their prayers, their very life force. And as it feeds, it remembers the dead. Every soul that ever sought solace within its walls, every secret whispered in its confessionals. The building itself is a living mausoleum, and its congregation is eternal. The toll of the bell is a judgment. With every echo that ripples through the village, it seeks out the guilty. It finds the dark corners of their hearts, the secrets they thought were buried deep. The sound becomes a physical force, dragging them from their beds, pulling them irresistibly toward the church doors. For them, the bell's ring is a confession forced from their soul. Final reckoning that ends not in absolution, but in death. They're drawn to the source of the sound, one last pilgrimage from which there's no return. Forget everything you think you know about hauntings. This church isn't possessed by a restless spirit. It's far, far worse. The church itself is alive. It's a sentient entity, ancient and ravenous, with a hunger that has festered over centuries. The wood, the stone, the very mortar that holds it together is imbued with a malevolent consciousness. It knows you're there. It feels your fear. And it is always, always hungry. The village isn't just near a haunted place. They are living in the shadow of a predator that wears the guise of a holy house. Have you ever felt like you were being watched, even when you were completely alone? In this village, that feeling is constant. The very air is thick with awareness. Every breath you take feels like a desperate prayer offered to a deaf god, and every step you make feels like a sin, being tallied on some unseen ledger. Trees seem to lean in to listen. The cobblestones remember the weight of every footstep. There's no escape from its gaze, because the church's presence extends far beyond its physical walls. It is the sky above, the ground below, and the air that fills your lungs. If you could press your ear to the cold stone of the church, you wouldn't hear silence. You'd hear whispers, a cacophony of voices, secrets that should have died centuries ago, betrayals, murders, unspoken desires. Every dark deed committed in the village's long history is preserved within these walls. The church is a library of sins, and its whispers are the stories endlessly repeating, driving mad anyone who lingers too long. The stones don't just have ears, they have mouths, and they speak of things that man was meant to forget. As the 12th toll echoes and fades, you might think the nightmare is over. You'd be wrong. The final toll doesn't end the horror, it fully reveals it. In the ringing silence that follows, the world changes. The line between then and now, living and dead, dissolves completely. The spirits summoned by the bell walk freely, their spectral forms mingling with the terrified living. The church's true purpose is revealed. It's not a gateway, but a stage. And the final bell is the curtain rising on the main event, a horrifying tableau of the village's past and its damned future. For generations, villagers wondered who or what rang the bell at midnight. They looked for a ghostly figure, a vengeful spirit, a hooded phantom in the belfry. They never found one. The tragic irony, the terrible truth they were too afraid to face, is that the church never needed a bell ringer. It never needed a ghost to pull the rope. It only needed one thing, someone to hear its call, someone to listen. Because once you hear it, once that sound finds you in the dark, you become a part of its story. Another soul bound to the bell that calls the dead. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of darkness. If you enjoy tales of places that are best left undisturbed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Just be careful which bell you answer. Stay safe and see you in the next video.